Do you want to play the latest Paper Mario the Thousand Year Door into your PC? So this game is a Switch remake of the original. So if you want to play this game into your PC without owning a Switch, then this is the perfect video tutorial for you to watch, because I'm going to teach you everything you need to get started. And first of all, you need is a decent PC or laptop, and also you will need to have all of these free files here that I have highlighted in my desktop. You'll also need to install an application called Ryujinx. So for those who didn't know, Ryujinx is a Nintendo Switch emulator. It can play any Nintendo Switch games into your PC as long as you have all of these free files here installed in Ryujinx. Without these files, Ryujinx is useless and will not be able to play any Switch games. And as you can see here, I have Paper Mario the Thousand Year Door, and it's a 1.0.0 version with an XCI file format with a 5.4 GB file size. Before I show you on how to optimize this game to run in Ryujinx, I'm going to show you first where to get Ryujinx emulator officially. And to do that is that you will need to open a web browser and just type in Ryujinx emulator in Google search and hit search. Ryujinx.org is it will always be the first result, and that is their official website, so be sure to click on that and then click on the Get Started button here. Now you can choose on which installer you want to install into your device. So there are two installers for Linux, so be sure to choose on which version you have. And for those who are in Mac, be sure that you are on macOS 12 or later version in order for you to run Ryujinx. And for those who are in Windows, be sure that you are in Windows 10 or 11 PC. So I am in Windows 11 PC, and Ryujinx emulator will run perfectly in it. And since I have already installed it into my PC, I'm just going to skip on the download and installation process, because the download and installation process is really easy to do and is really straightforward, and that any noob can do this. So just click on download, install it, and run it. So I'm just going to minimize this now, and I'm just going to assume that you have already installed the latest build of Ryujinx emulator. So go ahead, open Ryujinx emulator. And as of recording this video tutorial, the latest build is version 1.11318. So your Ryujinx emulator, if this is your first boot up, it will not look like mine, because mine has already been optimized and have installed the necessary files for it to detect and play Switch game. But for you, it's not yet. So first of all, we will need to have all of these free files first to be installed in Ryujinx, so that Ryujinx can detect Switch games. So what are these files? These files are the Nintendo Switch firmware and the Nintendo Switch keys. The firmware version should be in 18.0.0. The keys should be in version 18.0.1. And then Paper Mario the Thousand Year Door should be in XCI or NSB file format, so that Ryujinx emulator will be able to detect and play this game. Now, if you're asking me on how to get all of these files, the most legal way to do this is that you own a Nintendo Switch console which is fully modded and installed a custom firmware in it. Because if your Switch has a custom firmware installed in it, that means that you can now fully access your Nintendo Switch system files. And once you have access on those system files, all you have to do is just look for all of the firmware files of the Switch and the keys file of the Switch. And then all you have to do is just transfer them now into your PC. Now, in order for you to get the game, there's no other way around this, but you should purchase the game legally. Own the physical copy of the game wherein you have purchased it from a physical store that sold Nintendo Switch games, such as Paper Mario the Thousand Year Door, or you can buy it digitally from the eShop. Once you own the game, you can now digitally back up that game into an XCI or NSB file format for you to store. Now, for those who don't own a Switch but want to try out and play this game but don't know where to get all of these files, all you have to do, guys, is just scan this QR code here that I have put in the screen with your QR code reader into your mobile phone, so that you will be redirected to the page wherein you can get a copy of all these files. So once you're on the site, be sure to check out the entirety of the website, and be sure to check out the files that I've highlighted in my desktop, so that you'll know what you want to get. And once you have them, be sure to transfer them and put them into your PC. So I'm just going to assume that you have already done that you have a copy just like mine here that I put in the desktop for you to easily see. So it's time to install them into your Ryujinx emulator. So go ahead, open Ryujinx emulator again, and then go to Ryujinx, go to File, and open Ryujinx folder. Then look for System folder and open that folder. Then open the keys zip file in the desktop. And then all you have to do is just copy the product keys and title keys inside. You can just drag and drop them or copy and paste them into this folder here. And this folder should be empty because it's your first installation. Once you're done copying the files, close in this. And now the next step is to install the firmware file of the switch. And to do that, just go to Tools, install firmware from XCI or zip file, then locate on that firmware file and hit Open. I will say that we'll have to install this firmware version and hit Yes, and it will say successfully installed. You'll know the installation is successful because your Ryujinx emulator is now capable of detecting Switch games, and it will show you your Switch games and their game icons. So if you see a game that doesn't have a game icon, that means that you're using an outdated firmware or an outdated key. So be sure to only follow the QR code that they will put in the screen so that you'll only get the latest files and play Paper Mario the Thousand Year Door in Ryujinx. Now, for the next step is that we will need to optimize your Ryujinx emulator so that there'll be no drifting, no crashes, no black screens, or graphical glitches in your playthrough. And to do this, just go to Options, go to Settings, and in this part, just be sure to pause the video and copy every setting that you see here. So these are my settings for the General tab. The game directories is wherein you will store your Nintendo Switch games. It could be anywhere into your PC as long as you know where they are and that you have stored them in an SSD so that the game will run much faster and much smoother. And the game file format should be in XCI or NSP file format for Ryujinx emulator to detect them. Now go to Input. My controller has not been detected yet, so I'm just gonna try to reconnect it. These are some of the flaws in using a Ryujinx emulator. I don't have this kind of issue when Yuzu emulator is around. So as you can see here, I have connected my Nintendo Switch Pro controller and they are mapped the same as a Pro controller. So if you have other controllers such as Xbox or PlayStation controller, be sure to connect them here and map them up according to liking. But there are a setting here that you need to change, and that is the dead zone setting for both left and right sticks. You should change them in 0.20 or 20% so that there will be no drifting in your playthroughs. Because if you don't change this, then there will be some drifting into your playthroughs when using controllers. So be sure to change them here. Now go to keyboard and hotkeys. These are default settings here. In system, you could change the system region, language, time zone, and time to anything you like, because there are games that requires you to change dates so that you can progress to them much faster. You can do that here. Once you're done, go to CPU. Really simple settings, so be sure to copy them. And go to graphics, the most important part of Ryujinx emulator settings. So graphics backend is that it should be set in Vulkan API. Your preferred GPU is that it is in NVIDIA graphics card or an AMD graphics card, so be sure to have a dedicated graphics card just like mine here, an RTX 20 Super. And once you are have chosen that, then go to features and enhancements. You should enable shader cache and enable macro HLE. Resolution scale should be in 2x resolution so that the game will look much sharper and much more beautiful than the native resolution of the Switch. But if your PC cannot handle that, then be sure to change that back into native resolution, which is the base resolution of the Switch. But for me, 2x resolution is the best. Once you have done copying my settings here, go to audio. And the settings here are really simple, so be sure to copy them. And if you want to play multiplayer, you can change the setting here the same as mine so that you'll be able to play multiplayer and online. And once you're done, hit apply and hit OK. Congratulations, your Ryujinx emulator is now fully optimized to run any Nintendo Switch games, such as the latest Paper Mario the Thousand Year Door remake. So a little bit of a disclaimer, I will not be able to show you guys a gameplay of this game running into my PC because we all know how strict Nintendo is and they do not support this kind of content. So if I show you gameplay that Paper Mario the Thousand Year Door is running perfectly in Ryujinx emulator, then my channel will be taken down and my videos will be taken down. That hassle on my side. So I hope you guys do understand this, why I can show you any gameplay at all. But I am willing to compromise a little bit, and to show you proof that this video tutorial of mine is working, I will try to boot up into the title screen of Paper Mario the Thousand Year Door. And once I am in the title screen, I'm just gonna stop the emulation from there. And also, I'm just gonna blur the screen from here and out so that Nintendo will not be able to hit me with any of their copyright strikes. But I'm just gonna try to open Ryujinx emulator again, because sometimes when I change settings in Ryujinx will just crash. So I'm just gonna open Paper Mario again, run it, And again, I'm going to try to boot up into the title screen of the game. I have already played Paper Mario The Thousand Year Door, and there are no issues in playing this game. So again, I'm going to blur the screen from here on out so that Nintendo will not be able to hit me with any of the copyright strikes. So now I am into the title screen of Paper Mario The Thousand Year Door, and I'm just going to stop the emulation here. The game is running 30 FPS. There are no mods installed in it, but the game runs perfectly well. So as long as you have followed all the steps that I've shown you in this guide, then you guys be able to play Paper Mario The Thousand Year Door into your PC with no issues at all, and you can run it fully optimized. So if you have some question regarding the installation process of this game, then just leave a comment in the comment section below, and I'll try my best to answer all of them as fast as I can. Thank you for watching, see you next time, and goodbye for now.